You know what, y'all? If you are living in the flesh, that means you are living in the 3D world, living out your circumstances from yesterday and believing in them and making them more real than what God says about you and what your spirit says about you. That's what it means to be living in the flesh. Living in the flesh means you think the 3D world is fact and truth. You think the way your life is right now is facts and truth, and that's just how it is, and you got to accept it. No. Your spirit has already overcome your flesh. Your spirit has already overcome this world. Okay? Your spirit has already overcome your circumstances. You need to live from the power of your spirit. Don't live in your mind constantly telling the stories about the things you don't want, the way your relationship is that you don't want it to be that way. All this unwanted stuff that you keep telling yourself and you make it more of a habit and you keep persisting in it. You got to control your mind. You are choosing every single thought. You have the power to choose a new thought. You have the power to choose thoughts that are in alignment with your goals achieved. But let me tell you an even faster thing to do. You got to feel that the goals you have, they have already been achieved. And when you put that in your mind and you put that in your subconscious mind, you practice it until it gets impressed on your subconscious mind, then that's what you're going to start seeing out here in your flesh. That's what you'll see in your 3D world, in your world of form. That's what will be dominant in your consciousness. You get it? So why are you going to tell the story all day long about the way your life is that you don't even want it to be? No, rise above it. Focus on your goals already achieved. They've already manifested. So guess what? How are you feeling? Grateful, happy, joyful, wonderful. Assume that. Assume that version of you that has already manifested it. That is the point, okay? And you do it until it manifests. If it takes 3 days of it being kind of a pain to do it, that's okay. Because after the 3rd day, you're going to get your manifestation. If you're willing to go through the suffering of persisting in it, even when it's not true and it's not what your eyes can see yet, but you have sight in your spirit. If you can trust that sight in your spirit and persist for 3 days or however long it takes to get it into form, you will see miracles, okay? But do not put up with living in the 3D, living in the flesh. No, live in the spirit and manifest unrealistic reality after unrealistic reality.